Hey boys and girls. All right, so today I'm gonna toss a pork shoulder on the gravity. This is what we got going on. We got meat church hog injection. I got half cup of water, half cup of apple cider vinegar, and a third cup of the hog injection. That's this guy right here. So we're gonna get her all injected, and then we got our meat meth base with a teaspoon of mustard seed added, a half teaspoon of celery seed added, and a half teaspoon of cumin added. So that's it. Let's get it popping. I'll speed this up since, trying to keep these a little bit shorter. But I figured I'd at least, do a little bit of the process anyway. So let's go high speed. All right, so we got her all injected up. Made sure I got it all the way around, each direction, angled on each side, just to make sure it's there. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to get her rubbed up. I'm gonna glove for this because I actually want to take some of this and work it into the meat. It's not going to be sitting, things like that. It's basically just going to be sitting while I light the pit. So we are going to take our injection that's over it, and voila, we have a binder. I'm going to start on this side because I will be in relation to the bone. I always like my bone, when I put it in there, closest to the grate. It's just the way I do it. That bone radiates heat. Not to mention, it's just a little bit of protection in there as well. So as you can see, we have our bone right here. So this is by far closest to the grate, flipped like this. So that's how I'm gonna roll. So we're gonna do this side first. And I'm gonna be liberal. I want this to soak in as much as I can. And I want that bark, you know what I'm saying? Work it in there. We're a nice coat on each side. There. I see you. This side here. I didn't trim this. I didn't do anything to it. It's going to be in there long enough. This is going to be no wrap. It's going to develop some serious flavor, some serious bark, because I like bark, especially when it comes to pulled pork. I want every single bite of my pulled pork to have some bark. Just like that. And the dog's trying to kill somebody out there. Mr. Protector. A little 4-month-old puppy. Sounds like a grizzly bear out there. Just like that. gonna be good. Just massage it all in there real good. It's like that. So, all right, I'm gonna let this sit. Let's get out and like that little stubby bitch. All right, guys. So, you know how this goes. Still have fuel left over from that last bag that I put in there after them cooks. It's probably like that in there. So I'm gonna use that to get it started, and I will be topping her off today. Last time I used the briquettes just because I didn't want to add any variables. You know, it suggested you use briquettes. I mean, it's not, you know, a formal, this is what you have to use. It is suggested. So for my first runs, I figured I'd take out any variables with lump, but I am using lump today because I want to see, I kind of have an idea on what them briquettes did, how long they burned, how quick they heated up, things like that. My theory is, honestly, I think the pit will heat quicker with the lump. When those briquettes go in there, because they're so uniform, they are layering, you know, so I'm not getting that oxygen that I would with lump charcoal, you know, nothing XL, nothing like that, just straight up B&B lump. So I'm gonna run some lump at her this time, and I want to see how she goes. That way I can kind of get an idea, you know, is there longer burn time with the briquettes? You know, is my fuel gonna last longer with the briquettes? Is it worth bothering? You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing today. So let's get this thing lit. I got the stack open. I got the chute open. And I got the bottom open. So we're gonna stuff this with some tumbles. Get the persuader out here. Make a fire. Yes, I dumped the ash pan and all that other good stuff. Like so. All right, so. All right, so I'm gonna go around a, you know, for like a 250 type situation here today. And I am gonna be using a water pan, warm water, of course. I'm gonna toss that in here once I get everything, once I get the chamber lit and, you know, get everything closed down, then I'll toss my water pan in there. And that's about it. Now, I know I had a few people ask me about the grease management system, or lack thereof. Well, there is. I mean, you have your diffuser plate, you have your plate on top, you have your drain at the bottom. Everything just kind of runs down. Right here is the cap that they give you to cap your drain off. You can just unscrew it. All your grease can come out. I have a drip pan right down here. Not the prettiest drip pan, but it's a drip pan. And let me give you a little better shot. Sorry about that. I pressed the button. See, there's our drain right there. Now you can add a ball valve to that. You can do whatever you want. You can hang a little bucket down there, you know, like the, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. But there is drainage. So, and when you go to clean the pit, you can scrape it. You can scrape everything down there, whatever you want to do. So, all right, I'm going to get this thing going, and let's get our pork on it. All right, so I got a nice burn going on right now. Not going to be able to really tell on the heat up on this first switch over from briquettes to lump, because there was still, you know, a majority of the briquettes left in there, so that's really what's lighting. But I don't know. I think it's going to be faster. But anyway, I got a good burn going. We're going to add our lump. We're going to toss them in the chamber there. And my wood guy has no cherry at the moment, so I'm actually going to be using cherry chunks. So let's get some coal in this thing and get her locked down so she heats up. See, we got a nice burn going on in there. I still got the side door open. A lot of good stuff already falling in it. Ready to ignite them chunks up. So let's get some coal in her. And per usual, the B&B. Short guy problems, you know what I mean? All right. Oh, man. All right, so we got this guy topped off. Shut her down. Got our stack open. Now, just so I get my, here, let me bring you down so you can see what the hell's going on. So just so I get my, my place going in there, I'm just gonna toss a small chunk of cherry. And that's just gonna be my light point for when I add my other chunks. So, and we're gonna get this closed up. Got our ball valve wide open. I got the water pan inner, hot water, and that's it. So, all right, I'm gonna take that guy up to 250. Let's get our meat on it. All right, guys, so we are at 250. I still have the ball valve open because I'm going to, you know, use that to recover after I open the door and all that other good stuff. Now, there's one thing I've had a lot of people ask me about is with regards to my meter and the location I put the meters in my meat. Now, you know, I know typically you see a lot of people, you know, they're going into the top of the meat, but with the meter, these actually have ambient probes built into the ends of them. So if you have your meter up here, you're reading the temperature above the meat. So what I like to do is, the best I can anyway, is to get it into the best part of the meat, whether it's via angle, anything through the side. So that way I'm only about an inch away from the grate level. So I'm getting a more accurate temperature at the grate with the ambient probe. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't put them up at the top, you know, where you would typically put a probe. You know, I try to get to the best part of the meat, but I still want it as close to that grate level because that's where I want to read my temperatures. I don't give a shit what it is above the meat. You know what I mean? I want it to be as accurate as possible. And I know a lot of people were complaining to meter that, oh, the ambient probe's a joke, man. It's way off. It's like, yeah, because it's, you know, you got it 8 inches above the damn grate. It's entirely different, man. You know, temperature is different up there. Not to mention, as the meat is cooking, you're getting temperature and moisture off of that meat, and it's rising, of course. So it's affecting the ambient temp. That's why I put them in the side. Try to keep it about an inch away from the grate, you know, close to I can. You know, I mean, I want an accurate temperature on my meat as well. So if I can get it in there in the side, get it angled to where it's gonna hit, you know, a thick part of the meat and still be an inch off the grate, I'm good to go. So, all right, let's do this. Oh man, you know, I know it's hit the lump section or I know some of the lump is burning. And I gotta say, the smell from that lump, as opposed to the briquettes, way better, man. So, it could just be my imagination, but I don't believe that. That lump smells way better than the briquettes ever thought of smelling, man. That lump smells like wood burning, man. It doesn't smell like dirty charcoal. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, just an observation. So I've always been a fan of lump. I feel it tastes better. blah, 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 blah. All right, so I'm gonna fire up the meter block here. And we're going Wi-Fi today because I got stuff to do. And it doesn't want to read with my gloves. There she goes. Make sure it finds the probes, grabs the Wi-Fi, connects to the cloud. We're good to go. All right, let's do this. So I'm going on that middle there. My probe is going to be towards the back. I got my fat bone side over here. That's it. All right, guys. I am just going to let the pit do what it does, man. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to spritz it. I'm not going to wrap it. I'm just going to cook it. And when she gets up there, you know, around that 200 mark, I'm going to trust it's done. So I'll do a visual look, you know what I mean? So by doing that, we should be able to tuck in a lot of smoke. Should be able to build a beautiful bark. Should be damn good, man. It's injected. There's a water pan in there. The temp is crazily regulated. I mean, the thing is solid as shit. So should make some good Q, man. So, all right, until the end. All right, guys, we are done. It's at 2:01 right now. I'm sure it's good. I haven't opened it yet, so let's see what she looks like. Get you down here. Get some gloves on. So I'm just gonna manhandle that thing out. Drop it in a pan and let it rest. I got a string in my finger over here. God damn it. All right. Excited to see what it looks like. Bet you she's nice and dark. Threw all that cherry at it. And doggy gonna kill somebody. 4.5 months old. He sounds like a grizzly bear and 60 pounds. Wife says, don't get a big dog. Oh man, look at that. Come on. Look at that bark. Look at that beauty. Oh, you hear that? Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there, guys. Oh, the bone's about to fall out. Damn. All right. Now I can finally put my things on the level spot. So I changed the casters while we were cooking. In case you hadn't seen, check them out. Sweet, right? Now I can move it to where it's on a level ground. Anyway, that's not what we're here for, are we? Check this thing out. Oh shit. Falling apart. Look at this. Look at that thing. Man, oh man. Oh, jiggle, jiggle. Listen to that. Oh man, it's like cracklings, man. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna eat that. All right, I'm gonna let that rest for a little bit and let's dig into her and see what she looks like. All right, guys, let's see what we got. It's been about, I don't know, 40 minutes. Probably should go a little bit longer, but I don't want to. Time to put a pin in the day, man. Time to put a pin in it. So, you glove up. Better do some insoles underneath because I know it's gonna be warm. Put them on right. All right, so. Man, should have did this first. All right, here we go. Check it out. So she's been resting here. Come on, Look at that. Let's do this first, of course. Come on, look at that. Tender. Look at all that moisture in there. Never even touched it. Never even opened it, man. Look at all that. All right, let's get over here on this other side. Look at this bark. Look at that bark. Yum. Digging out over here a little bit. Look at that. You see all that? Holy shit. Damn. Oh, this looks like the money piece right here. Look at that. Let's check that out. Oh man, that is awesome. Just awesome. So much flavor. Nice and smoky. Meat meth just sings when it develops like that, man. Last one, promise. Damn. Wow. That is badass. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That thing is no joke. That is one hell of a cooker, man. That's all I gotta say. All right, here, let me get open here. All right, I'm gonna get a fork and just kind of dig into all that. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got. There's still a ton of fuel left in it. I got it snuffed out right now. And that's it. That's all I got.